The only what we can have is that solidarity, because our cause is our cause. We all know that we want to be able to eat. You know, we should all be able to eat, to flourish, to be able to be happy in this city. And so whatever that looks like to you is what needs to be communicated to the powers that be.
Solidarity with whom? Could you describe who you need to be in solidarity with? I'm confused.
For me, that's black and brown people throughout the city.
Look at how they reacting. Look at him, yeah.
I'm not sure
It's a numbers.
Man, the NAACP is down bad right now. First, they failed at their attempt to get black students, black boys that play football and basketball to not go to SEC schools, right? They tried to, to get them that because of the redistricting that's happening in these southern states, right? And that's fell flat, right? It's just falling flat. The kids are not going for that, right? Now you had a video that's surfacing now all over social media where you had this brother, he was speaking, and he started speaking about black people, then he went into a black and brown coalition. And I always ask this question. Whenever you see a group of POC, people of color talking, they never mention the black community in regards to what they doing for themselves, never. We always got to have a coalition. We always got to wait. We always got to have other people attached to what we're doing. But other groups been delineating. They've been separating themselves from us. And when it comes to a lot of Hispanics, man, we have to go through a whole bunch of stuff with them.
Okay, so I've been seeing a lot of messed up racist posts talking about nobody wants to raise a black baby, that Mexicans don't want to raise a black baby. But I'm going to have to disagree for me personally, because I definitely would adopt a little black baby. Who wouldn't want to have their own personal slave at home?
Dear Mexican people, if you don't like black people, just completely leave them alone. Don't go on the internet and try to humiliate them, try to mock them, belittle, disrespect, and insult them, because it looks pathetic when ICE pulls up in your neighborhoods. They drag your mom, your dad out the cars and send them back to Mexico, and you're making your videos crying, panicking, and then you make videos talking about, where are all the black people at? Why aren't they protesting? Why aren't they with us? It looks so bipolar when you get on the internet and do shit like this, cucaracha. When you get on the internet and go on rants like...
There's a lot of racism, bro, even for us in like Mexicans. There's Mexicans that can't stand black people. They can't stand them. I myself have no problem with color of skin. Like I've kicked it with homeboys that are black, and I remember when I was younger, sometimes I was hungry, we didn't have anything to eat, and I had a friend, I can't remember his name, but me and him, like, he was homeless as well. A black kid from Grape Street. It's a gang. It's called Grape Street. We would go into a Walmart and we would just fill up our stuff, and he's like, you're gonna be the decoy, you're gonna run out and they're gonna chase. There's a lot of racism, bro, even for us in like Mexicans. There's Mexicans that can't stand black people. They can't stand them. I myself have no problem with color of skin. Like I've kicked it with homeboys that are black, and I remember when I was younger, sometimes I was hungry, we didn't have anything to eat, and I had a friend, I can't remember his name, but
So when it comes to Hispanics, a lot of Hispanics are really racist against black people. Now, mind you, we didn't create no laws against Hispanics. We're not pushing them out of this country. We're not even protesting to get them kicked out. We've done nothing but open up our arms and our doors, but they come over here with them same W supremacist talking points, right? And then you got idiot black people that want to keep talking this black and brown coalition. When has there ever been a black and brown coalition? I'm here in Philadelphia, right? And we get along awesome with Puerto Ricans, right? Blacks and Puerto Ricans always got along, but we don't have a black and brown coalition. Puerto Ricans do what Puerto Ricans do. Blacks do what they do. We just don't fight amongst each other, right? We just don't fight. Now, you still have some racist Puerto Ricans. We just was never told to be racist towards them. But they're not, it's not like it is in other cities. I can walk through Puerto Rican neighborhoods and I ain't got to ever worry about nothing happening to me. We don't do that here, right? But there's no coalition. So Tariq Nasheed, he got wind of this and he said this.
I think he started talking about a coalition, and Brother Phil was like, hey, what are you talking about? Black and who? He was like, well, we need black and brown unity. And boy, they start booing his ass. Boy, everybody flipped on him. They rejected that. He started talking that black and brown stuff. Everybody was like, hell no. Everybody turned on dude, as they should. Y'all better read, Democrats, or Boule, man, y'all better read the room. All right, yeah, the audience, everybody rejected that immediately. Y'all better read the damn room. It's a whole different climate out here. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Yeah, I know the DNC, they scrambling right now. They're like, damn, boy, this delineation ain't no damn joke. Man, we ain't nobody trying to hear that. Let me tell you something. That black and brown unity talk, that sounds like you dodging. When black people ask for tangibles, that's the problem. We come to the table talking about tangibles. What are the policies? What kind of reparations benefits can we get? What are the contracts? What are the land grants protections for us? What are resources specifically for foundational black Americans? And instead of answering that, you start talking about some damn black and brown unity? That's a deflection, and ain't nobody trying to hear that right now. Y'all better understand that type of talk is it's gone. It's out of here. It's unalive. That ain't it. That's not an answer. When we start asking for something specific in the political class, they try to expand the room. They say, let's include everybody. When other groups ask for specific tangibles, nobody tells them, wait a minute, what about black people? Never. Never. Nobody says, well, hey, we got to have black people for the stop Asian hate. No, what about black hate too? No, never. It's never us included in nothing. Never. And we ain't doing it either. Latinos, they can have immigration groups. Asians can have anti-Asian hate legislation. Jewish groups can have anti-Semitism protections. Red natives can have tribal sovereignty conversations. But when foundational black Americans, we say we want something lineage specific, all of a sudden we got to have a damn coalition. Damn that. That's why the crowd booed. That old trick is done. We ain't going for that no more. And this foundational black American delineation movement has changed the language. That old coalition talk no longer works. That black-brown talking point nonsense is falling flat. Our delineation has changed the political consciousness out here. We're not just saying black in a vague racial way anymore. We're saying which black people, which lineage, which historic debt is owed, what specific community built this country under slavery and Jim Crow and redlining and convict leasing and state-sanctioned discrimination. See, that's a different conversation. That black and brown nonsense, that depends on keeping black identity broad and vague and politically exploitable.
So this is the thing that's crazy, right? Because you always, I've learned over the years that some of our biggest traitors outside of W supremacy is our own people. You have people coming on there saying that they was just saying that we shouldn't be asking for things for our vote. We shouldn't be asking for tangibles, right? You asking for things for your vote. You asking for things for tangibles. You're the problem. We're the problem coming online telling our people to smarten up and start asking for things. You guys gotta qualify. This is what they were saying.
You can tell right away by the language that they use most of the time. But if you see anyone who says basically tangibles or you're not getting our vote without us getting something back, you should start to pause and take a better look at what you're not getting our vote without us getting something back. You're not getting our vote without us getting something back. You should start to pause and take a better look at what the language that they use most of the time. But if you see anyone who says basically tangibles or you're not getting our vote without us getting something back, you should start to pause and take a better look at what they're saying.
And while they're pushing black and brown unity, we all throughout the South, the West Coast, the Midwest, a lot of our people are still experiencing this from Hispanics.
The reason for the young lady coming for an appointment, and then you telling, was you the one?
I'm the one who's hiring.
Okay, you told her, they told her to come for an appointment. She made an application online. You told her in here she had to fill out the paperwork. Then you stated that you wasn't hiring. Then you said, I don't know which one you said. You was hiring. Then you said she had to work every weekend. Let me tell you something. Do you want ICE to come in here?
Okay.
Because you is no. I ain't know you. You are discriminating.
No,
That's yes you are. Yes you are. Look who all in here. Your people. You are discriminating. Yes you are. Yes you are. Because you asked her. Yes, I can let you.
Okay, all right. So can we step up because you screaming and then
It don't matter how I scream. This my mouth. This my mouth.
No, I just.
So I went to school and grew up with a lot of blacks. So by the time I'm in juvenile hall and all that, I'm cool with blacks. I'm cool with them. But then you meet people from like the east side that they don't have no blacks around them, never. So they're in there and they're just like, oh, these mayates, homie, and woo-woo. But I don't give a fuck, man. Shout out to all my black cellmates I ever had. Rest in peace, Yellowstone from Black P Stones, TS from Neighborhood 55, Touche from Rolling 40s. Those were all cellies that I grew a bond with immediately.
But there's only the Latinos that grew up in South LA establish those relationships. If you're from East LA, Boyle Heights, Southeast.
It's odd for them. It's different. They don't know how to react when it comes down to getting selled up with a Moreno,
So I've done so many videos exposing the way these so-called POC or brown people feel about black people. Black Americans, we got issues amongst our own communities where we have a portion of our community unaliving each other. We're not unaliving them or hurting them. They got community stores in our community. We're patronizing them. We're sending their kids to school. We're doing nothing to these people. But they come here with these W supremacist talking points against us, and then you have these Democrats that's telling us that if you criticize their strategy, all of a sudden we're MAGA, all of a sudden we're Republicans. No, we're not. No, we're not. I've never voted Republican a day in my life. I've always voted Democrat when I voted. But I dislike the Democrat strategy for the last 12 years. I don't like the way that they're going, the route that they're going, the route that they chose to go. No, I'm not rocking with them no more. It's a wrap. It's a wrap, right? Because they out here telling us to befriend these people when they have a these Hispanics don't have a coalition with us at all. And we all know it, right? But Tariq Nasheed wasn't done.
And FBA delineation, man, it makes everything very precise. See, and when people understand the difference between race-based symbolisms and lineage-based justice, we're not going back to old slogans. Black and brown is outdated. That's like saying, whoop, there it is. It's outdated. We ain't on that. Yeah? When we hear black and brown, we hear a con game, because that's exactly what it is. It's just an attempt to take a black political demand and turn it into a generic general minority buffet where everybody can eat. We ain't doing that. It's toxic. That black-brown nonsense is toxic, because now when you talk about brown, it's not just Hispanics. When they say brown, I want y'all to understand something. They mean Middle Easterners, they mean East Indians, they mean all of these non-whitey people. And we ain't on that. When we have these brown people harming our children, did y'all see out in, where was this? I think up in Central California, this brown police officer was at some school, looked like a high school or a junior high school, beating up on a black kid, punching them all in the face. This is what the brown coalition is. There was another situation where this kid went in a store, and there's a trial now where they accused him of shoplifting, and they pew-pewed this kid from the back. And there's a big thing about that now. These were some brown people. You understand? So yeah, no. The brown community is very anti-black. Myron Gaines is brown. Yeah, the brown community is supporting Chud the Builder.
So I'm saying to y'all out there, man, we ain't got no friends. We ain't got no allies. Dr. John Henry Clark warned us about that. Dr. Claude Anderson warned us about that. We don't have no allies, man. Nelly Fuller Jr. warned us about that, right? So we got to put pressure on our so-called black leaders, man, to do things specifically for us. And there should be tangibles. It should be transactional. We should want something for our vote. But y'all let me know what y'all think, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, leave your comments in the comment section. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.